Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this emergency live broadcast. The world is pissed off at Donald Trump this very moment. European Union leaders pissed. The United Nations pissed. Globalists that want you to be poor and the bankers that want to be rich, they're pissed. Why? Well, because Donald Trump just did something that no other president in American history did. With the swipe of his pen, he said, the United Nations, screw you. Big banks, screw you. Globalists, screw you. The American people, I am with you. All with the swipe of a single stroke of his pen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Please do me a huge favor. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button right now. Also, make sure that you're subscribed with bell notifications on. I bring you the latest, hottest political and geopolitical news and updates daily, 7 days a week. And leave me a comment. How is your day going? Where are you watching me from? I'm out of town for the next couple of weeks, so I'm out of the studio. We're going to have, changes of scenery, but that doesn't change the fact that I am going to be bringing you updates, news, and breaking news, what's happening around the world. Now, before we get into it, I got to check something. I'm waiting on a story to drop. I don't want to spill the beans just yet until the story drops. Come on, there we go. Okay, hasn't dropped yet. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that thumbs up button, please. All right, let's get into it. Here's what I want to show you. Breaking. Donald Trump has just signed an executive order withdrawing us from the United Nations Human Rights Council, the UNRWA, the UNESCO. It also calls for more review into the money that's sent to the United Nations. This is huge. Let's watch the video.
In light of numerous actions taken by a number of bodies of the United Nations, which exhibited deep anti-American bias, we have an executive order prepared for your attention that would withdraw the United States from the UN Human Rights Council, would withdraw the United States from the UNRWA, which is a refugee organization, and would also review American involvement in UNESCO, which has also exhibited anti-American bias. More generally, the executive order calls for a review of American involvement and funding in the UN.
This is huge.
Disparities in levels of funding among different countries that, as you expressed previously, is deeply unfair to the United States.
This is huge.
So I've always felt that the UN has tremendous potential. It's not living up to that potential right now. It really isn't. It hasn't for a long time. It has. There are great hopes for it, but it's not being well run, to be honest. And they're not doing. A lot of these conflicts that we're working on should be settled, or at least we should have some help in settling them. We never seem to get help. That should be the primary purpose of the UN, the United Nations. And again, it's got great potential, and just the potential will continue to go along with it. But...
So, ladies and gentlemen, even before the election, I said stuff like, we need to leave NATO. We need to get out of the United Nations. I said this. Trump never mentioned leaving the United Nations. Boom, out of nowhere, breaking news. Trump is withdrawing the United States funding and from the UN and from a few other factions of the UN. The United Nations takes advantage of America, the American taxpayer, the American, kind-heartedness. They take advantage of us and they tell us, screw you. But more. Here's what else Trump is doing right now. President Trump's border czar says the administration is now looking to create a Bitcoin reserve.
So one of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for a Bitcoin reserve, and so that is one of the things. That's one of the first things we're going to look at as part of the internal working group in the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we're still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we're still in the very early stages of this. But that's one of the first things we're gonna look at is the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate, and you'd have to talk to Secretary Lutnick, or soon to be Secretary Lutnick, about that.
That is huge. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not done. By the way, did you know that earlier today, there was an insurrection by the Democrats? That's right. Democrats lead a mob of protesters into the USAID headquarters. Looks kind of insurrection-y to me. Let's watch this.
Elon Musk and his crew put a gag order on AID employees. They disconnected them from email, which is putting lives at risk around the world. So we are here to enter the building, and so we can
Did you hear that? We are here to enter the building.
hear
What?
firsthand from whoever is here at AID, or at least witness firsthand what is happening with this Elon Musk attempted takeover, which will not stand. We will prevail. Let's go.
And look, they literally break into the doors unannounced, uninvited, illegally. Insurrection. Insurrection. Look at that insurrection. It's right in front of your eyes. Insurrection. Ladies and gentlemen, February 4th, 2025 is going to be remembered as a dark day in America's history. See, there's 9/11. Then there's also such a horrible day as February 4th, 2025. It's going to go down in history as a very dark day, a black day, dark day in America's history when these insurrectionists try to overthrow the will of the people. Man, now I get why Democrats are Democrats. It feels good to just talk BS. You know what I mean? It's a dark day. I remember, who was it? Chuck Schumer, who stood in Congress September 11th, 2001. January 6th, 2021. Now that right there is an insurrection. We're gonna storm the USAID building. Look, they're storming the USAID building. Look at those violent people. Look at that insurrection. They're insurrectionists. Insurrectionists. Call the feds. Look at them. Look at those. Look at those white people. Look, everyone's white. Do you see any color in that crowd? I don't. Oh, wait, one black guy. Sorry. Look at all the masks. What are you hiding? Like, why are you hiding your face? See, we can play this game both ways. So, ladies and gentlemen, right there, right in front of your very own eyes, you just saw the darkest day in America's history, where a few radicalized by the left, who were radicalized by their leaders in the Democrat Party, to go and storm against the will of the American people. And plus, let me say again, wearing masks to hide their faces, and only one black guy, no diversity, no DEI. What the hell is this? The people that want DEI couldn't even have a DEI in their insurrection? Dang, now I understand why Democrats are Democrats. It feels fun to just like put your own spin on a stupid story. It's a dark day. Then from here, I'm going to take you here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. This is going to make you so proud of Donald Trump, your president. So listen, Oof. This is also amazing. Breaking. Trump orders creation of a United States sovereign wealth fund. Says that it could even buy TikTok. Washington, February 3rd, Reuters. United States President Donald Trump signed an executive order on Monday ordering the creation of a sovereign wealth fund within the next year, saying it could potentially buy the short video app TikTok. If created, the sovereign wealth fund could place the United States alongside numerous other countries, particularly in the Middle East and Asia, that have launched similar funds as a way to make direct investments with government dollars. So, what is a sovereign, wealth fund? It's going to be a whole department within the United States government that takes our tax dollars and then invests them, whether crypto or stock market, gold, silver, invested into overseas companies, and then use the money it makes up the investments to build new roads, schools, airports, right? Fund the police, the FBI, the government. And at the end of the year, they take the profits and what's left and send a check, a dividends check, to every citizen in the nation. If I'm not mistaken, there's only one state in the United States that actually has a sovereign wealth fund, and that is the state of Alaska. They take the money, they invest it, right, in the oil rigs, they invest money in with other states, and that is how they fund the local government of the state of Alaska. And at the end of the year, every resident of Alaska gets a sovereignty fund check. It could be $1,000, it could be $10,000, depends on how much money was made that year through the sovereignty fund. That's amazing. That is, ladies and gentlemen, amazing. That is what we love to see. And I think we need more, of these sovereignty funds. We need our money to be invested wisely in the right places, into the right industries, so that our government stops relying on us paying taxes at every darn transaction and starts making money for itself. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the kind comments. Nan, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Before we wrap this up, I want to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to the sponsor of today's live, and that is VERITY Metals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Patriot family-owned gold, silver, and precious metal IRA firm. Gold and silver right now is a great investment. You see gold on the rise, silver on the rise, and dollars going down. But this is a great way to either invest, it's a long-term investment, or protect your wealth, aka IRAs, 401ks, retirement plans, the constitutional, the physical way, and they will give you free silver when you call 480-717-9081. Tell them Vlad sent you. Links are down below in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, thank you so much for coming in and joining me for this live. Jan, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep fighting for the truth. We're going to keep speaking truth to power. We're going to keep seeing magnificent, amazing, great change in our country. We're all going to get rich together. We're all going to be blessed together. We're all going to walk into more freedom together in this country. In Jesus' name, smash that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you. See you on the next one.